Before we start this video, I have a new mic, and as well I tried to make this more my style video. So there will be funny moments and narration. So if you guys enjoy this type of video, let me know. Monster Hunter, a world filled with the most beautiful, the most horrifying,
No way. It survived.
the most adorable monsters. Now, most of you already know that us as hunters, we don't really level up. We don't get skill points to invest in ourselves, but instead, what we do get is some kick-ass armor and weapons. So, I take it upon myself to take away one of those things, that being the armor. Without the armor, at least in Monster Hunter World, I lose access to a bunch of skills. Not only that, my defense is always at 1. I'm also playing with mods, don't worry, nothing too crazy. Just some quality of life stuff, like cutscene skip and weakness indicator. Now enough with the boring talk, it's time for more boring talk. Let's talk rules. Rule 1. I cannot equip armor at all. Layered armor does not count because it does not add anything. Rule 2. Charms and mantles are allowed. I had a defensive charm in the beginning, and let me tell you, it did not do much. Rule 3. I can upgrade my weapons. Look, if I can't have any armor, I might as well be a glass cannon. And rule 4. I can use things that up my defense like armor skin and adamant seeds. And of course, the canteen. Now with that out of the way, it's time to start the adventure. Now, when making my character, I'm not creative enough for names, so I had a friend help me. So here's the name. And as I was making my palico, I forgot to take away his armor. Look, okay? If I was gonna suffer, I needed someone else as well. So he has to sit this out for the time being. I started my journey off like any other hunter. On the back of a colossal elder dragon, of course. What else do you think? A boat? Fucking idiot. After safely going down, I made my way to the ancient forest. AKA the most convoluted puzzle of a jungle. I swear, every time I play this game, I find something new about this place. But after landing, we made ourselves acquainted with the locals, and then I decided to hide like a child trying not to get seen when a relative is over. As we were making our way to base camp, we were suddenly stopped by a bigger lizard and a Tyrannosaurus Rex that needs to be sponsored by Mucinex. And then we made it safely into Astera. Now, let me say this about Astera. I fucking hate Astera. It's not that it's cool, it's how big it is. I hate that everything's far away from each other. Like say for instance, I want to go buy, my items. Have to go here. Oh, now I want to go upgrade my armor. Have to go up flight of stairs. The canteen is also on the other side of a bridge. Oh, I need something from the bottom. No, wait, I forgot to see if I can upgrade this. Let me go see what. I'm already halfway down the stairs, have to go back up. It's boring. Which I'm glad that they fixed in Iceborne with Celiana, but for the base game that is World, I hate it. Now, after getting to know the people, I then found my palico, whose armor disgusted me. Ew. I was then shown to my room with the others, and I made the most important decision that any hunter can make. Which weapon will he choose? Now, will I choose a lance with the high defense, or the greatsword for high damage, or the high mobility Kinsect blade? I chose the hammer. There's no rhyme or reason, I just did it because of the bonk. I will be switching weapons from time to time, but that is the least of your concerns. Just know I chose the hammer first. Now, after fighting lizards the size of an average human male, I switched to my beloved charge blade, and I hunted some Gastodons. I then hunted a walking punching bag that punches back. There's nothing much to it, I just hunted it. With it being low rank, I decided to have fun and use the dual blades, because Akulu Yaku destroying our campsite wasn't going to take me out so easily. I mean, just look at those moves. They may be basic for the dual blade set, but goddamn do I look fabulous doing it. Next was a Puke, and I decided to use a greatsword, and let me tell you, at least for me, I'm spoiled by focus mode in Wilds. And it shows, when I use this weapon, I mean, just look at it. But nonetheless, I hunted it down. And then switched to the hammer. After that, I had to do the most dreadful thing in restarting world. And that is the waiting game. After meeting Arathian, the queen of the land, I was still in the waiting game until we met a Baroth. But luckily, having a hammer, I was able to defeat it pretty quickly. It is now time to save one of the most important characters in this game from a Geritodus. And what do I mean by that? I mean, it's the guy that, I'm able to harvest things for. He gives me free honey. I was then told to hunt a Tobi-Kadachi for the sake of progress, but even a lightning squirrel is no match for a man and his hammer. And I guess sort of falling rocks also help. You ever seen a squirrel get exploded by a rock? It's not fun. Next on the run was the Noob Killer. The thing that caused controversy when the game first came out. I thought it would be the most troubling thing in Anjanath, which I fucking forgot to record. But just know, I won with very little damage. Next was another boring part of the game. Zora Magdaros. It was so boring, in fact, that I forgot to record that as well. But just know, I fainted twice. Who knew that being hit by magma, it actually really does hurt. Oh yeah, I guess Nergigante was also there. Cool. I showed my skills by hunting another Anjanath and only fainted once. God damn, I'm a fucking disgrace. I was then told to investigate the Great Ravine after Zora Magdaros left. There we found the Korra Highlands, and with it, one of the most annoying monsters. Not for its difficulty, but for its screams. I personally call it the fucking Husky of the Monster Hunter universe. For how much this thing cries. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Legiana. But before we could do anything, it pushes us down and we don't see it again. Then we meet the third fleet master, and she tells us to go on an exploration of the Korra Highlands. There we saw the living flashbang, that is the Titsuyaku, and went on with my day. He didn't bother me, I didn't bother him. Then we found the camp. I was then told to go hunt a Palmumu, aka the Flying Rat, and decided for this hunt to try to use the bowgun, since I've never used it before. And let me tell you, for the first half of this fight, it was me versus the bowgun, because I didn't know how it worked. The Palmumu just looked at me like I was schizophrenic. But then after some time, I understood how it worked, and it was only a matter of time before the Sky Rat was no more. Now, fair warning, this is when I decided to join calls with my friends, because it would be boring by myself. I don't know why, I just now got this idea. I'm just gonna look at the animal shelter websites and look at the names of the animals that they have. See if there's any funny ones.
Dude, there's always funny. There was a hairless cat named Medium Shake.
They used the same picture for 3 different animals. Saturn, Mars, and Mercury. No, it's a rabbit. It's the same animal.
Guess they just had to get the almighty Angus to be seen, or the same animal 3 times to be seen to know its mightiness.
But it has 3 different names, so which one do I call it?
It has 3 different names. Call it all 3. Power move.
Next was an exploration into the Rotten Vale. Saw Great Gyros, we said hi to each other, and I found and hunted a Radabon. He started it, alright? He looked at me funny.
I want to stack Korean bitches on top of each other.
¿Por qué?
I thought it was still in VC. Game chat. I thought it was still in game chat, I'm not even gonna lie.
It's like, what?
Me and this dude Carl were having a funny ass talk about Korean girls, bro. I'm a little mad now.
I was like, what the fuck was that?
I mean, same, but like, the content?
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, you really used all your energy, bro. God damn.
I did, bro.
You teach a motherfucker one thing and he goes crazy.
I fucking, bro, I beat that shit so hard, bro.
Okay, I don't need that fucking detail, bro.
I do though. Speak for yourself. I need that detail.
No, Nathan, I said I had a headache, and they were like, go jerk off, so I did.
Okay, who is they? It was that motherfucker right there. No.
But you chimed in. You said, yeah, go do it. Go see if it's true.
Yeah, I said go see if it's true.
Oh, yeah.
You said it was factual. But after that, it was then time to hunt the Husky, the Legiana. After a fierce three-way battle between me, the Bowgun, and the Legiana, brought out the hammer and bonked it on its head like it was a piñata. After some time, I was ready for Clifford. The problem was going to be his speed, but it wasn't enough against me and my beloved Chargeblade. After a brief ecology lesson of how the Rotten Veil works and what it is, I met the King of the Skies, Rathalos. And after heroically defeating it, I'm sorry, in my... I'm sorry, in my fucking script, I have drafting. So it just says, I met the King of the Skies, Rathalos, after heroically drafting it. So... Call me the U.S. government. I drafted that Rathalos to the goddamn war. It was time for one of the most territorial herbivores that you'll ever have the pleasure of hunting, a Diablos. Now, I will say this about the Diablos hunt. I hate that you only get easy screen pods in the Diablos hunt, but none in any other Geratotus hunt besides from, like, probably the first one. They're not that hard to get, but, like, you know, it'd be nice. Did you know that you could use fucking screen pods on Geratotus? I didn't know. Until like 4 playthroughs in. But I guess that's what I love about this game. It rewards people for having the knowledge or just by doing things by accident. It's still very possible to beat the game without knowing anything. But nothing too special of a hunt. But what is special is that this is the end of low rank. Now it's time for the real game to begin. We start off our high rank quest with the final Zora Magdaros quest, which is still equally as boring. And fun fact, magma still hurts. After riddling Zora Magdaros with enough damage that makes it look like Whitebeard was hit by a fucking napkin, it was easily taken out and drawn away. Also, I forgot to mention this is when I was playing during the summer event, so yeah, I'm no longer a man in his undergarments. I have swimwear. With the defeat of the colossal Elder Dragon, everything was normal, so they sent us on an expedition to the Wildspire Wastes. There we see a Rathian trail, but it's not like any we've seen in the New World. There we see a Puke, and if I know anything about the ecology of this game, it's not supposed to be here. So we hunt to understand why it's here. Next was a long thing about finding Rathian trails in high rank.
Sleep tight.
You too.
Damn, he
It's
left
probably a
before
good thing that
he left before you could say that. Call him.
it's okay. I won't sleep tight.
Yeah, I guess I won't sleep tight. I guess the bed bugs will bite me.
Actually, he won't sleep tight because I said you too.
This
Fuck
is
'em.
true.
My friend wants to go to a vacation here in Canada, and he was like, "So, what maple syrup do you recommend?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know, bro. I just buy the one at the store. It's just maple syrup.
It's just the one at the store.
Like, all of it, most of the maple syrup in the world is made in Canada, so, like, why does it matter?"
Y'all got the original Aunt Jemima out there?
I don't fucking know. We do have Aunt Jemima, yeah.
But is it the original?
Is that beautiful old
Does it
black
have
lady
my
on
black
the,
lady
on
on
the
it?
bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Is that beautiful
It's
old
the
black lady
same
on that bottle?
fucking bitch that keeps fucking killing me.
Got more black in me than both of you, probably.
No.
Maybe Dick.
It's
You can personally
Coke is
thank
how we got
Hitler in
Fanta.
hell for making Fanta.
And blow up
What?
Sexton.
The
Wait, what?
Nazis were trying to make Coke, and that's how we got
Yeah.
Fanta.
Yeah, the Nazi, because Hitler loved Coke so much, but during the war we stopped making it over there, and bro wanted
Oh.
it so bad he made his own version, which is what we know as Fanta.
Go ahead.
I had a dream that fucking. You guys remember Howard the Alien?
Howard
the
the
one,
Alien.
the
Oh,
dancing
yeah.
one.
Well.
I love
I
you,
fucking
I still
like
love
I
you.
opened my door because I thought I had an Amazon
I'm gonna be old
package.
shit.
He was just fucking dancing in front of my door, and I was like, "Hi, buddy."
And I don't want to be there.
Fucking, I closed the door, and then he appeared behind me. He just kept following me the rest of the day. Yeah.
Just kept on
he just kept
dancing?
following, yes. Yes. He followed
Wait,
me
I
the
Just
rest
kept
of
on
the day.
dancing,
And
just
I remember
didn't
Francis
talk
was
to
there
you,
too.
just dance.
Francis was in this one too. I went to school the next day, and Francis was like, "Hey, what's up, man? What the fuck?"
What?
The fuck is
Like,
that
I forgot
alien
the
bitch?
dream.
He fucking threw a milk carton at it, and it still just kept dancing. I got suspended from school because I was apparently
You brought the
distracting.
alien. You brought the alien.
I couldn't-
You went to-
Like it
you got
was yours.
suspended for bringing the alien.
After speaking to the chief ecologist, we know that it's a Rathian from the old world that made its way to the new world. This is where I found my first roadblock. That in the pink Rathian subspecies. This is a Rathian that uses its poison more effectively. And let me tell you, this fucking pink bitch didn't want to go down without a fight. But nonetheless, she went down. With the defeat of my nemesis, it was time to go to the Everstream and see the Elder's Recess and see the rest of the monsters and find evidence of Nergigante. On my way, I saw the most hated monster that I have ever hated, the Lavasioth. It should get more hate. Next was the roly-poly boy, the Erdogan. One of those two. I'm very neutral about him. I neither like him nor dislike him. And finally, the besta boy that I forgot to add the top hat mod for this scene and this scene alone. The Dodogama. After meeting the final players of the game, it's time to find more evidence of Nergigante. After getting the evidence, I knew I was getting close to the end, because there was only the Elder Dragons left. But first, it's time to fight the flagship monster. The Elder Dragon that hunts other Elder Dragons. The one that has been the thorn in our side since the beginning of the game. Literally. I'm gonna get nice and close to you when I tell you this. This King Von reincarnation of a fucking porcupine on steroids was my nemesis for the next couple weeks. And let me tell you, he made me take breaks from this game, just so I won't go insane. I thought I reached my limit for how much I can go through the game. That is until I switched weapons. To what, you might ask? Well, it's only the greatest weapon that I've ever held. The weapon I only pull out for extreme emergencies in Wild. The weapon that makes me feel like I stand at the top of the world. My beloved Charge Blade. But sadly, the damage was done to my brain. I forgot how fun this is now. I'm fucking losing my mind. This is what it's like for me. This is what the game is like for me. I fucking love it. I don't care. Oh, yeah, I was also able to take off the armor of my Palico, so he was able to join in on this hunt as well. The moment I knew Nergigante was close to death, I was losing it. But it didn't take long for that mighty beast to fall. After I was done celebrating, it was time for the rest of the Elder Dragons to come out of hiding.
But you know, if I did die in and out, like the journalist could have spanned that and like spinned it into something funny. Like man goes into in and out, never came out or something.
It would be such a bad way to die. Just dying in and out.
I feel like dying in a fast food place in general is just a bad way.
Yeah.
Like, damn, were they that fat?
Like, I don't want to die in a McDonald's. Please no.
If I die in a McDonald's, just fucking burn the McDonald's down.
Yeah, like die in a with a McChicken in your mouth.
Fucking just nuggets in my mouth.
Fucking I'll haunt the place just to get my 20-piece again.
Laying in bed watching the the names glow whenever you guys talk?
It's mesmerizing, huh?
Yeah.
Plus, the three of us have the decoration, so like when we talk, activates.
Wait, I don't see it.
It's probably because you're on phone.
Oh,
I see it.
No, it depends on like how long you're talking for and what they are.
Yeah, because I have the Phoenix thing, so when I talk, fucking Phoenix's thing goes around me and makes a fireball.
oh.
I have a little Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, you have a dinosaur that tries to eat you.
Correction, it spits at you because it's a fucking Dilophosaurus.
How's your addiction going?
It's not an addiction if I'm making a video. Fuck you.
How's your addiction?
Fuck you. So after finding more evidence of all three, it was time to make a choice. And me being me, I didn't know which one to choose, so I asked my friends to pick. And after she calls it backwards math even though it's wrong, it was chosen that Teostra was the first of the three. Right, Crimson.
Yeah.
1, 2, or 3.
2.
Fuck
It's
you,
clothed in
bitch.
effluvium? What am I dealing with here?
Told me to choose 1, 2, or 3.
I know.
Kinda.
So no, you're just picking which one I have to fight next.
I picked the hardest.
You chose the most annoying one.
You're welcome.
Now I'm gonna be honest. I was ready to fight these ones for days on end. Teostra sadly was the weaker of the three, so there was very little struggle. Next was my favorite of the trio, the Valhazak. It was at this point I was getting the impression that the Elder Dragons were gonna be pushovers. But thankfully and luckily, the Valhazak has humbled me enough to remember that these guys are endgame for a reason. But nevertheless, I defeated the Dragon of the Veil. Next one, I can give you one fucking reason why I don't like this one. Now don't get me wrong, design nice. A classic dragon look with metal as its body. There's nothing wrong with it. It's its fucking wind gimmick. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about the Kushala Daora. This is the one monster I refuse to fight, even when I have armor. Because I don't like to have wind negation. Now, is it practical to have it for this fight? Yes. But come on. I'd rather have critical eye. I refuse to fight this unless I desperately need something from it. Now, remember when I mentioned the backwards math that my friend did? I think you subtracted 7 in the amount of time, and then you somehow got 2 when it was 1. Thankfully, her being dumb, I was saved the trouble of fighting this one first. When you're close to defeating the Elder Dragons, some characters give you some dialogue and say how proud you are, how far you come. The Kushala Daora, that only happened 3 times. Every other time I fainted and failed the quest, it was before any of that. So I really fucking hate it. But before I knew it, I was in its nest. With armor skin and demon drugs in my veins, I was ready for the final fight. With one feint left, it was down to the wire. And let me tell you, it was fucking great. I was so excited that I hit my desk and my drinks fell.
You're both at war.
Go! God does love me.
For the Republic! God, I love this game. This game is so good.
I smashed my desk in fucking joy. And, most of my bottles went everywhere. Now, it's time for the final fight of the base game. The reason why all this started up in the New World. Questiony the question mark. Or better known as Xeno'jiiva. A literal newborn baby that, if left alone, has the power to be even greater than most Elder Dragons. This is the final hunt, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint me. A literal baby that is supposed to have scales for armors, but is just pure transparent muscle. Or a man that is too stupid to use armor after many intense final stands. And the closest feint I've ever had with fire. The fight was over. It was the end of my journey for now. But this won't be the end. Iceborne is next. Now, to answer some of your concerns, what about Devil Joe and the other title update monsters? Well, I'm only doing the base game. And with Devil Joe and Basilgeuse being the only two monsters that you don't need to hunt without armor, I decided to leave those out for the video. So, for Iceborne, I'm thinking of adding Fatalis and possibly Arch-Tempered Valkana as well. I was also going to add a mod that made the monsters stronger and have a bit more health, but I figured that it's its own video to do, because it will be hell either way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course, as always, happy hunting!